segue into my account. So at a glance, this is my account. So if you just want to look at that and be done with it, then cool. But let's actually go over my account. So Zhao is one of the only characters that I crowned so far. He is the only one that I've crowned. I crowned his normal attack. I plan on triple crowning him. I take big breaks from the game and then I come back. So this is definitely me working towards like building up my account, like some of the other content creators that I see playing and stuff like that. I be looking at their shit and they're like, yeah, triple crown and this, and I'm like, where do they find the time? But then I'm like, it's not that hard. Like, I can do it. So I just been farming over time. Most of my 5 stars will be C0. Here's Zhongli.
Osmanthus wine.
I don't want him to start talking. Zhongli with the black tassel. I guess I should go over these characters since they're built. Like, I'll go over the 8 characters that I have built as well. 4th piece tenacity. This is very easy. 44k HP. And I'm pretty sure I have an HP build. Yeah, so here's my artifacts. Triple HP on everything. Okay. Crit rate, crit damage, don't really care. He's not there for damage. Shield bot. Makes the whole game easier. Best shield in the game. This is my Benny boy. Benny's one of my favorites.
Wow.
Why does he have a trillion HP? I don't know. I got the Skyward Blade on him. 4-piece emblem. There's a bunch of different swords that I could... There's a bunch of different artifacts that I could use on him. But I found myself farming emblem a lot. So I just gave it to him. Just gave him a 4-piece because why not? Yeah, you got pyro damage, energy recharge, just a flower and a feather for the 2-piece, and HP. Now, why he has HP, I don't know. Oh, because I only have 2 pieces, and one is healing bonus. Xingqiu can heal with the swords from the skill, so I gave him healing bonus, so it heals a lot more. Now, my Bennett is Constellation 5, right? Because, you know, oh, don't C6 your Bennett. If you can get me to 1,000 followers on Twitch and 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, I will C6 my Bennett and then use him. I'll make a whole team about it. But I need 1,000 followers on Twitch and I need 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So 1,000 each, and I'll C6 my Bennett. Now Xinyuan, brand new. We just got her today. So you know, all that. But this was the set that was on my Kazuha. Everybody's a Raiden simp. I am not. But I got her level 80 because her skill is really useful, and I really like the Dendro reactions, the aggravate and stuff like that. So I built her up. Now Navia. Ooh-wee. Navia. My heart and joy. If I like a character, I get their weapon. Yeah. There's 2 different categories of Genshin characters that I like. So there's the characters that I like for their gameplay, and then there's characters I like because of their character. I'm cursed. So all the characters that are unsuspecting and I end up liking them later on in the game are characters that are good gameplay wise, and I just didn't like. I might not have liked them like at the reveal trailer. Like, it's not love at first sight. My love at first sight characters, they're all bad. Any character in the game could be good with artifacts and stuff like that, but all my love at first sight characters where I see the picture and I'm like, that's all I need, I'm getting them, they're all ass and they're all really bad. So Navia wasn't one of the characters where I'm like, oh, like I have to get her. I played her a little bit, I pulled her, and then she ended up being amazing. And then I played the story and I liked her a little more, but we'll get to those characters. We'll get to the other ones. Artifacts, I got a 4-piece set. Now, right now, she's 61, 189, 61 crit, 189 crit damage. If I take off the Geodam opponent Goblet and give her whatever was on Zhao, I end up getting 64,208. And then 3,016 attack. So if I need that little boost, I'll just switch those two pieces. But I'm trying not to switch pieces. Like I said, I'm trying to farm up artifacts. And she's C0. Now my Kazuha was C1. That was an accident. I don't remember how I did that. But Kazuha was actually level 90. Kazuha was the one character where everybody was like, oh, like, you have to play Kazuha. He's amazing. And I didn't really care. I'm like, I didn't really need his support. But the more I played him, the more I was like, oh, he's kind of fun. Like I said, the characters that I love at first sight, they're always bad and I can't use them. But the characters where I'm just like, oh, whatever, they're always like the most cracked characters in the game. Seeing as I, whatever, knew Valette, and then he's the best character in the game and I don't have him. Then we got Fischl. I have loved Fischl since the beginning of the game. I don't want to hear her talk. I have loved Fischl since the beginning of the game. She's a great character. She's one of the strongest 4 stars. She might be the strongest 4-star DPS. As in DPS, because I know people would be like, Zhongling's burst or something. But like, I don't think Zhongling's normal attacks are really up to snuff. But Fischl's on like a Dendro team or something like that, perfect, no complaints. So that's why she's one of my only other level 90s. But I love Fischl as a character. Arataki Ito, I love as a character. As you can see, I got his weapon because I love Arataki Ito. He's my favorite male character. I really like him in the story. He's dope. And I actually have him built with his own artifact set. He's like one of the only ones that have it. So he has like the defense set, like his signature artifact set. Yada yada yada. Blah blah blah. Constellation 0. I go to talents. Now the Traveler. I think I have her on what right now? Animo? Yeah, I have her on Animo. She's 6'6" on Animo. The Traveler's dope. I wish the Traveler was just like a little bit better. I have the female Traveler on this account because on my other account I picked the male Traveler. So when I made this account, I was like, oh, like I'm gonna switch it up. And now I regret it because I wish I could play Dating Simulator on my now main account. But guess we're lesbos. Ayaka. Ayaka's one of those characters where I didn't really care and I liked her gameplay. So I have the Mistsplitter for Ayaka because I liked her gameplay as much, but as a character, I don't really care. CC0 and there's a talent. Now, here's where it gets a little spicy. Cyno. I absolutely love Cyno. Cyno is amazing. I think Cyno is so cool, but he's one of those characters that's bad. And he doesn't do as much damage as other characters that I could spend my time and resources building. As you can see, I already don't have the artifacts and stuff. If I'm not even farming for artifact sets per character, like, why would I then spend time on this? I have Cyno's signature weapon because I really like Cyno. I really wanted him to do the right thing and be good, but your boy let me down. Every once in a while, I'll try to build him, but it just doesn't do the damage. Why he look like Dark Magician? Ayato is another one of those characters where, again, was not love at first sight, but I really like his gameplay. The Mistsplitter is currently on him because of that. I had him built for a little bit, but I think I ended up getting rid of his artifacts for other characters. But I had his full set. So I had like all of these, the Echoes of an Offering, and now I only got one piece left. But I did have a full set for him. Child, top 10. Top 10, Child. I really like Child. I really like him in the story. He's basically just Goku. That's pretty cool. I'm waiting for them to release like the Electro version of Child. There's like no way that they're not going to release that at some point. Maybe they don't, but I'm still waiting on that. Yoimiya, let me show y'all something. Step into my office. Let's have a little chat. Shall we? Welcome to my home. As you can see, we have some company. And if we take a walk over this way, our darling pride and joy Yoimiya is right here. Yoimiya is one of my light and shining jewels. She was one of the characters for me that was on the love at first sight timing. But guess what? When she came out, what was everybody saying? Yoimiya's bad. Now, do I think she's bad? No. I think, again, with these characters that are bad, there are just better options that are easier to do damage with and stuff like that. Because no character is inherently bad. You can make any character good with the right level of investment. I believe that it comes from how much investment that you're going to put in the characters. And it would be a lot more investment to put into Yoimiya than it would to like a Hu Tao or something. You get what I mean? So, she's not bad. And she does do a lot of damage, but it's how she does a lot of damage with the single targeting. You have to hit her whole attack string to get the most amount of damage. Blah, blah, blah. Yada, yada, yada. But as a character, oh man. Every time she shows up, it's a movie. So, I love Yoimiya. As for Hu Tao, I don't care. I wanted Hu Tao because I didn't have her. And she only comes out for Halloween. And that's why I got her. And I wanted to see what all the hype was about. And I wasn't impressed. So, D-Luke. I remember D-Luke was my most wanted character when the game came out.
Reduced to just standing around. How absurd.
Are you still yapping, bro? Okay, so D-Luke was my first, D-Luke was my most wanted character on my first account when the game started, when he was actually, like, good. And then he got power crept, but now I have a Constellation 3 D-Luke. So, how much money did you think that cost me? And pain. Jean's dope. I know a lot of people, they use Jean now because of Farina. I don't have Farina. So, anytime I whip out Jean, it's for funsies, because she's a good healer. That's about it. Eula. Do I have to say anything else? I don't care that she owns slaves. Kaching. I don't care. Kaching's another one of the ones that I don't really care. I'd much rather, to get my Kaching fix, I'd much rather have somebody like Alhaitham. And I don't have Alhaitham. So, is what it is. But I have the Mistsplitter. I use the Mistsplitter with Kaching if I ever want to whip her out. And she's also Constellation 2. So, imagine how much pain that cost me. Layla. Now, Layla is a rare case. So she was not love at first sight for me. But I ended up using her. And then I ended up liking her. But then she's actually good. And her shield is really good. So it was a rare thing where I actually like a character and they're actually good. Yay! Nice. I've been playing like her whatever quest. What are they called? It's not the story quest. It's the one that you spend the keys on. The hangout quest. But I didn't know those are kind of like dating simmy, because that's what it feels like, especially with the right or wrong answers. And I never finished it, and she was like the first one that I did, and I don't know, they were a little odd. So we'll get back to finishing that. Rosaria, 10 out of 10. She got me through the beginning of the game, and she was one of the characters. She was on the Eula banner, and obviously, you know, we just went through the whole Eula spiel. So when she was out, I'm like, Eula and Rosaria on the same banner? Oh boy, and I made sure to get her a C6. I got a C1 Jean, so how much money did that cost me? My official is C6. Beto is C6. Beto, my thing with Beto is she's so fine, and she's hot as hell, and I like her, and I know a lot of people like her. But I know she doesn't take baths. and that might be where the line gets drawn, because she probably stinks. So, hey, if you're into stinky girls, do your thing. Kirara, top 5. Top 5, love her. She was love at first sight, and she's actually good. So I'm like, finally, they're like answering my prayers. But I don't have her built because Layla's shield just a little better and a little easier to use. But this has to be one of my favorite characters for exploration. My goal is to one day have like her own artifact set so I can use it. But I'm not into cat girls, I swear. Xingqiu, he's cool. One of the best characters in the game. C6, Kirara C4. I tried so hard. C6. I've been using him a lot more recently than I did at like the beginning of the game. It's just a good burst. Good skill. He's just good. He's great. Yanfei too. Yanfei is a very interesting character. I wish I could use her a lot more, but like she's pretty strong. I have her C6 as well. She's strong. She's dope. Enough said. Now going through my account, a lot of people might be like, "Yo, this is blasphemy." A lot of my like god tier like must play characters are lower level than they should be. Like, I know there's somebody out here that's like, Xiangling only at level 70. Yeah, I try to get creative with my teams. I don't like using the same teams that everybody else is using. I like to switch it up. And I kind of stayed away from a lot of the characters that a lot of people use, like a Xingqiu, like a Xiangling, and just make other teams and other alternatives. So yeah, she's C6. Are my talents. Xiangling's dope. The more I look at her, the more I see her, the more I like her outfit. I'm really starting to dig the stripes, but I never really looked at Xiangling like that. So like, yeah. Chi-Chi. I am not with the Chi-Chi hate train. I have a C2 Chi-Chi, so obviously she's showing up for me more than she should. I know some of y'all have a C6 Chi-Chi, and that is not something that you enjoy, but for me, she was a good healer at the beginning of the game. And even if that's all she was, like, it's all she has to be. She's a good healer. I liked her kit. I like the way it worked.
Breathe.
I think she's usable, especially when there was Cryo Resonance and Blizzard Strayer. Like, she can go good on a team like that. Not as, like, the damage dealer, but as the other Cryo unit that you throw on the team to give you that Cryo Resonance to put with your character that has Blizzard Strayer. Yeah, people hate Chi-Chi because they lose 50-50s to her or Mona, but Mona has a thick ass and Chi-Chi is a child. So, I think the difference is very clear. Nahida. Nahida's great. I haven't really gotten into the story for Nahida, so like I don't really know what's up her. I know there's 2. Alright, but from a character perspective, again, I tend to stay away from the characters that everybody uses for their specific purposes, because I feel like that takes away from the creativity of team building in this game. But he's the best Dendro unit in the game, period. Besides, like, I'll hate him, but he's DPS. So, like, for support, for utility, no complaints. Without her, Sino probably couldn't even exist type shit. You probably need Baijo or something. Nilo. I really like Nilo. I don't like Nilo as much as other people. I actually don't even remember why I have her. And I haven't built the Bloom team that she's for. The more I see her, the more I like the design. I think her design is cool, but I'm not like a Nilo simp. And I don't remember why I have her either way. So now Sayu. Here's the thing about Sayu, right? I think Sayu's dope. I love Sayu's kit beyond the skill. Her skill is cool. Her healing, like, burst is really good. And people try to say she sucks. Why? She's fun. Her skill is cool. And her burst healing, like the healing thing that she does, is really good. What's the problem? People don't like Sayu, but they'll use like Diona and they'll like hype Diona up. And she's cool. She's like a little ninja girl with a big ass claymore. Like, that's cool. That's funny. I don't get it, bro. I don't get the Sayu hate either. I think Sayu is awesome. Sayu is actually one of the characters where I saw and I was like, I gotta pull for her because I really fucked with her. But again, the characters that I like, that I see and I'm like, oh, I want that one, they're bad, right? But I just don't get it with Saya. You put her attack up there. She's C5. You put her attack up there and she does a lot of heals. Good for exploration. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Diona. I actually don't like Diona because of how much gawking was going on for Diona. Like, I don't care about her. I think she's kind of annoying. Her shield sucks. The healing is alright. The only benefit that I see to Diona is particles. I have a C6 Diona because it's just product of the game. Like, I was probably pulling for somebody and I got C6. So I never, like, shot for it. Obviously, nobody really uses her anymore in, like, the meta teams because there's way better options and she's not that guy. But, like, I feel like everything that she does is not that crazy. Especially since everybody likes Diona but hates on Chi-Chi.
1, 2, Reese.
Okay. Candace. Oh man, sweet mother of God, Candace. I love Candace. Candace is top tier. Now, again, this was love at first sight like nobody's business. Because we'll get to the other character that was love at first sight that I needed in a second. But Candace was the second character where I'm like, I don't know, like, she was neck and neck with my favorite girl in the game. And I was like, damn, like, do I like Candace more? I eventually chose no, but Candace is second. Horrible character, right? Like, oh, she sucks. There was actually a team that I made that I won't do right now. But there was a team that I made that was really good. And I used Candace for her burst because she gives Hydro Infusion to swords, polearms, and I believe claymores. I could be lying. But, that's actually good. When you put it on the right character, it's really good. And I want to save the team that I made so that one day I can make the video. I don't want to say it out loud and then somebody builds it and then they take all the credit because I'm a smaller creator right now. But just wait. I can show y'all a good Candace team. She's not as bad as people say she is. She's good for one thing at least. Xinyan. Xinyan is the best girl in the game. I said it. I'm not taking it back. She's the best girl in the game. She's also probably the worst character in the game. I've tried to build her so many times. I gave her the Stone Thresher. I gave her all of Arataki Ito's artifacts. See, I was lucky by liking Arataki Ito so much. I had a bunch of good defense artifacts. Gave him to Xinyan. No matter what I do, I just can't make it work. But she's C6, obviously. Candace is also C6. She's my favorite girl in the entire game. It just is what it is. Goro. I don't really care about Goro, but I am not blind to the appeal of Goro. He's a furry twink. He was bound to be popular. It is what it is. I don't like mono geo teams. I don't like using them. That's why he's so low level. Doesn't really have use to me. I haven't really explored how the kit works. I only have him Constellation 2. Goro may not be my favorite, but I understand it. Heijo. Heijo was actually one of the characters that I saw and I was like, yeah, I need him. And I pulled for him. I think I tried to get C6. Obviously, that didn't work. But yeah, he's just not that strong. And I had characters like Zhao and Kazuha, and I'm like, you can't really justify wasting the resources on him. But, you know, I see a lot of y'all out there with your OP Heijo builds and you're getting 100k per punch. Go crazy. I'm happy you have that. Because if I could have had that and not wasted any resources that would have went to Zhao or Kazuha or something like that, I probably would have did it. Kaya. I recently realized how cracked Kaya is. And he's one of the next characters that I want to build completely. But as a character, do I like him? Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. He's dope. I gotta work on him though. Obviously, no constellations because he's one of the hardest characters to get constellations for, and I think that's one of the things that was holding me back. But now Kuki Shinobu is one of those characters where I'm not like a Kuki simp, but I'm starting to realize how good she is, and the more I play her, the more I like her, and the more stop moaning! The more I play her, the more I like her, and the more I like the design and everything. Like, she's growing on me a lot. So there's that. But I have her built. She's on that other Navia team I had, and I busted my ass to get C4. It was difficult. I had to do a lot of pulls. So. Barbara, C6. She's cool. Not a Barbara simp. Don't really care about her, but she's alright. Mona. I don't think I have to say anything else. What I will say about Mona, who is now C1, because I lost the 50-50, is I remember when the game came out, there was the, I think it's called the Twilight Star event, whatever it was called, the event where the meteor shower, and that's when Mona was introduced. I remember the first time she shows up on screen, she like walks up, and I don't know if I think I was with my boy when it happened. I was like, am I crazy, or like, dude, she got a fat ass. And then everybody knows what Mona got to this day. So yeah, they did that on purpose. That was one of the first things I noticed. Yunjin. I like Yunjin. Obviously, she's one of Xinyan's best friends. So, dope. I don't have her built because, again, Mono Geo teams. I could use her with Yoimiya, but I have to build her. But she was one of the characters where I was like, oh, man, like, I saw her and I got to pull because she's a little Gothic Lolita. But then, I don't know. I just didn't. She's Constellation 4. I think I got her on a different banner than the one that she came on in. But, I don't know. She kind of just fell through the cracks. I'm going to title this VOD, Being Autistic About Genshin Impact for 4 hours. Noelle, Constellation 6. She's really good. I'm not a fan of her design. I get it. It's cool. I don't really care. Sucrose. Sucrose is, really grew on me. The more I looked at her, the more I was like, oh, she's so cute. Oh, I really like her. But it took me a little bit. And she was, again, one of the characters at the beginning of the game where everybody was like, oh, man, you have to use Sucrose. She's so good. And I'm like, yeah, nah, I don't think I will. I'm going to do my own thing, you know? So, but I finally got her to C6. Dory. I like Dory as a character, like, in the story. But to play as, I do understand why she gets the hate. She's kind of ass. So, Constellation 0. I didn't even get a lot of cons in her. As for Lisa, I don't really have Lisa cons. I lied, I have 2. I like Lisa. I'm not a Lisa simp, but I totally understand the appeal. Horny librarian MILF that wants to be your girlfriend. Sounds like every anime to me. Kale. Kale's cool. She's alright. You didn't really have to pull for her. They shove her down your throat. So, Constellation 2, even though I should probably have more. You know what I like more than Kale? That little cat thingy that she got. Does it come out in the idol animation? Let's see. Where's the cat? Where's that cat? Alright, well, the cat thing. I like the cat thing. Lynette. Couple things wrong here. For one, the bow tie with the... Stop moving. The bow tie with the little 2 things coming out. Genshin just can't stop. With the rat tail. Genshin just can't stop. She looks like baby's first cosplay. I think her kit is cool. She's fun to play. That's about all I can say. Do I like her? Yeah. Yeah. She's cool. Kujo Sara. I'm not a Kujo Sara simp, but I do like her in the story. I like how she kind of like switched up and stopped being a bitch ass nigga. So there you go. But pretty dope. She's cool. I think I just recently got her constellations. Yeah, I got her C6. Yao Yao. Yao Yao's cool. I like the little bunny. Chevros. Chevros is also cool. This is the closest thing that I'm going to get to Senjo Gahara in this game. So I might just have to call it that. She was alright in the story. She's kind of a narc. So, Toma. Toma is actually me. I am just Toma, realistically. So I remember he came out, and he was one of those characters like, oh man, I gotta pull for it. And what happened with Toma? Oh, he sucks. Like I said, it's a curse that I and I alone have. But when Denjo came out, obviously he is a lot better. A lot of people want to play him with Virgin, but yeah, there's just other characters that Duty does better. Except with Dendro now. Dendro pumps some life into him, so thankful for that. Amber, I'm not on the Amber hate train, but I don't care. Amber's Amber. Ningguang. Love Ningguang. Ningguang's top tier. Yeah. She's Constellation 6, but I didn't feel the need to build her. I built her on my other account, I'm pretty sure, when the game first started, but at this point, all my favorite units were Geo, and there was no room for Ningguang, because I had like a Ito young lady. Like, you don't need her at that point. Aloy. Obviously, Aloy is one of my favorite video game characters ever. Horizon Zero Dawn is probably in my top 10. And then they gave us this slock of shit, this character that doesn't do anything, that to this day has no constellations. Is what it is. Now, can you make Aloy strong? Absolutely. You can make any character in the game strong, but she would require an astronomical amount of resources, and that's what pisses me off about her. Because I would have loved to have been running around as Aloy. That would be amazing. But Genshin Impact, everybody. Farazan. I don't know anything about Farazan. I have Constellation 2. I think you... No, I didn't even just get one. I don't know nothing about her. I don't have her C6, which is something that I should have. And what is she, Symmetra? I don't know. Chongyun. He's cool. I think a lot of people forgot about him, but he's really dope and has a really dope design, concept, kit, all that. So, Razor. Oh man, the Forgotten Razor. Razor was like the coolest character at the beginning of the game. I haven't built on my other account for that reason, but by the time I got to this account, I was focused on Eula. You don't need Eula if you got, or you don't need Razor if you got Eula. And now you don't even need Eula, so you definitely don't need Razor. But I think he's dope. Maybe one day I'll try to build a team with him, but then at the same time, it's like, if I can't even use Sino, then I then can't use Eula, then I then can't use Razor. You get what I mean? Like, I would not choose Razor over those other two options. But he is C5. And then Gaming, the new character that came out, he is dope. Gaming is so cool. And he does plunging attacks. I love plunging attacks. So I cannot wait to build him and figure out how he works and get him a kit. Look at the shoes. Look at the shoes. I don't think I can zoom in on like the shoes, but the shoes that look like the little lion paw, that's fire. This little lion thing I really wish was like a pet that I could get in the game. And he's a claymore. I love claymores. So Genshin Impact. Hottest Genshin characters. Hottest Genshin characters. Well, I think Saul Goodman has to go at the top.